I wanted to share a fun story about eating your vegetables with you. The story is called The Monster Who Ate My Peas. It is written by Danny Schnitzline. I hope you enjoy it. Eat your peas, said my mom, or you won't get dessert. I said, before peas, I would rather eat dirt. I know you don't want to, she said with a glare, but until they get eaten, you'll stay in your chair. I begged and I whined. I got down on my knees. Please, Mommy, don't make me eat all these peas. I stomped and I grumbled, I yelled and I pled. Why can't I eat corn or potatoes instead? Eat up your peas. Do it now, my mom said, or you'll get no ice cream and you will go straight to bed. My mom left the kitchen. I poked at those peas. Their sickening smell made me weak in the knees. Quickly I offered the peas to my pup, but Ralph barely sniffed them, then turned his nose up. I closed my eyes tightly and whispered a wish. Please let these peas disappear from my dish. And something quite strange and mysterious occurred, almost as if somebody, somewhere, had heard. For right out of nowhere, a monster appeared. His hair looked like spinach, and so did his beard. His big bloated body was broccoli green, and his breath, when he sneered, reeked of rotten sardines. Each eyeball resembled a big Brussels sprout. His long, bumpy squash nose was sticking straight out. Large liver-like lips peeled back to reveal sharp teeth like a shark's and a tongue like an eel. Long octopus tentacles writhed from his torso. Quite gruesome already, those arms made him more so. His ears were like mushrooms, his chin like a beet, and he balanced himself on two big stinky feet. Just how he got in, I hadn't a clue. My heart skipped a beat as I asked, who are you? That'd be kind of scary. He growled, I'm the monster who helps kids like you. I eat up their eggplant. I eat turnips too. I gobble down foods that make small stomachs quiver, like lima beans, collard greens, spinach, and liver. I came in reply to your pitiful plea, and I'm ready and willing to eat every pea. I'll eat up the big ones, I'll eat up the small, but you must give me your new soccer ball. Wonder what he's going to do. Is it worth losing his new soccer ball? I thought of my soccer ball under my bed. I once bounced it 23 times on my head. But then, when I looked at the peas on my plate, my brain filled with dread and disgust and with hate. What is your answer? The monster demanded. I don't have much time, so I'll be very candid. Millions of kids want their yucky foods eaten, from Bali to Raleigh, from Chile to Sweden. Okay, I said finally. I'll give you my ball. Eat up my peas, eat them up, one and all. He laughed a cold laugh as he picked up each pea and swallowed them down individually. All 64 peas, slimy, gruesome, and green, he ate every one and he licked the plate clean. And after he'd licked and he'd laughed and he'd flirt, he set down my plate and he boorishly burped. Then, just as my mother came back in the room, he vanished, no trace, with a noise that went phew. Mom looked at my plate and she shouted with glee, "You did it! You ate each and every pea!" She gave me a hug and my ice cream, so yummy, with chocolate on top, so good in my tummy. Then I went on upstairs and peeked under my bed. I started to sweat, my heart filled with dread. For there in the spot where my ball used to be, there was only one very small, squishy, green pea. And now when I want to play soccer with Dad, I think of that ball, and I get very sad. If I've said it one time, then I've said it 10. I won't make a trade with a monster again. Not long after that, we had peas with our meal. The monster appeared with the same kind of deal. I'll eat up your peas just as quick as you'd like, but then in return you must give me your bike. What do you think? Is he going to give up his bike? I thought of my bicycle, shiny and new. I'd spent my whole savings to buy it, that's true. But when I looked down at those gloppy green peas, I felt like you feel when you get a disease. Okay, I said sadly, I'll give you my bike. Just eat up those peas. Get them out of my sight. The monster then opened his mouth very wide. He took all my peas and dumped them inside. He chewed and chomped and he swallowed them down. He was gone. Off for some other town. My mom served me cake, but I just couldn't eat it. I walked to the door, feeling down and defeated. I twisted the knob and I shuffled outside to get on my bike and go out for a ride. I looked all around and I started to cry. My bike wasn't out there. I think you know why. And right in the space where my bike used to be, there was only one very small, mushy green pea. Now when my friends take their bikes for a ride, they never ask me, so I stay home inside. If I've said it one time, then I've said it 10. I won't make a trade with a monster again. I wonder if he has peas again, what he's going to do. A week after that, there were peas in the stew. The monster showed up like he always would do. The words that he said made my whole body freeze. Give me your puppy and I'll eat your peas. I looked down at Ralph. He gazed up at me. I looked at my plate, at each ghastly green pea. Come on, growled the monster. I'm already late. Just give me your dog and I'll finish your plate. I looked at those peas and I just about gagged. I looked back at Ralph. His scruffy tail wagged. My pup put his cold little nose on my knee. I reached for my fork and I speared a small pea. I opened my mouth and I squinched up my eyes. The pea touched my tongue and I got a surprise. That pea didn't taste like I thought that it would. I had to admit it. That pea tasted good. I picked up another and chewed it and swallowed. Each pea tasted better than those it had followed. I ate every pea till there wasn't a trace, and Ralph thanked me kindly by licking my face. I turned to the monster, that grumpy old guy, to say I don't need you and tell him goodbye. But right in the spot where the monster had stood was only a pea, and it tasted quite good. And now there's not one single food I won't try. If others can eat it, well then, so can I. I'm happier now than I ever have been, and I never will trade with a monster again. I hope you enjoyed the story. I like the story because it reminds me of my childhood and when my mom would make me stay at the dinner table to finish all of my cooked carrots. That was one thing that disgusted me. But now I love carrots. So I hope you try your vegetables. Your taste buds do change with time, so keep trying things. And who knows, maybe someday you will enjoy the things that you don't think you like now.